Hello, I'm Daniel Simpson, and I'd like to invite you to join me for an online course on the early Upanishads, diving into texts that really are the foundation of yoga philosophy. And at the same time, a little bit perplexingly, not saying very much about yoga practice. So over the course of the four separate modules, broken down into each of them 3 subsections, we'll look at individual Upanishads in some detail, but also themes arising from the early Upanishads that help to articulate some of the principles that influence yoga practice, and also even some of the ingredients that are shaped into later traditions of yoga practice. And along the way we'll therefore shed some light on the philosophical traditions that emerge out of the Upanishads, the various schools of Vedanta, but also seeing some parallels to traditions of Tantra. And perhaps even through those tantric traditions, even some hints of the building blocks of physical yoga practice. But at the same time, acknowledging that these very early texts are still quite different to what we find in the modern world of postural yoga for the most part. Although at the same time, the philosophy of the Upanishads is always to the fore. When people say yoga means union, they're directly almost citing the spirit of the teachings from the Upanishads, the integration of everything into a holistic perspective on life, the expansion of one's worldview beyond this limited suffering self and into an appreciation of the oneness of all things, the interconnectedness of everything, and the possibility of liberation through that insight is something that these texts explore in a variety of ways. They don't all say the same thing, but they do, I think, all try to engage with the possibility of seeing for oneself past the limiting and constricting worldview that keeps us trapped in a cycle of suffering. So if exploring all that sounds of interest, I look forward to seeing you soon. And we'll have a lot to say about all of those ideas, but also about whatever ideas interest you. There'll be the opportunity to ask questions, whether online or in live interaction, and we'll be able to take the discussion in any direction that seems appealing. So, as I say, I hope some of that will tempt you to join us, and I look forward to seeing you soon.